silver bullet for us. And so we'll just make the case that telematics, not Networkfleet, I'm not here to sell you anything either, but telematics is an arrow for your quiver in terms of fuel usage reduction and emissions reduction. And there's really three reasons why we think that's so. You can probably think of 100 reasons, but there's three main ones. First, you can do wireless remote emissions testing, right? You can know when your mill light, your service engine soon light is on, when it happens, immediately when it happens. And that's important because oftentimes when that happens, you're going to get a lower fuel economy while it's happening. And if you know that happens within minutes, as opposed to within days or weeks in some cases, not only are you going to have reduced maintenance bills, obviously, but your vehicle's going to have better fuel economy while that's happening. And even more importantly, you know, when you have an emissions problem, you're not burning your fuel, obviously, in the most efficient way. So instead of 97 or 98% CO2, you're talking 80%, and you got other things like nitrous oxides and hydrocarbons during that whole time. So number one, I'm going to say wireless remote emissions testing, knowing right away when you've got an engine problem. Number two, reduce miles. Being able to understand that you are going to reduce the miles you travel with the telematics system. It happens all the time, virtually all the time for us. You know, that's a big deal. And we're not talking, you know, 5%, we're talking 10, you know, 50% we see sometimes, but I'm going to call it an outlier, but you could expect a 10 to 20% miles reduction. And that's not a UPS right turn only kind of routing type of thing. That's just your operators know that there's something in there. Most of your operators are local people. They know how to get from place to place. They know the most efficient route, or near the most efficient route, but sometimes they take the long, slow way to get to the next job a little slower than they might. You're going to see that those miles traveled just from that, not to mention the ultra-efficient routing you can do. So miles traveled, remote emissions testing, 1 and 2. Number 3 is really MPG, and this is all about driver behavior. If your drivers drive slower, and they idle less, and they have fewer jackrabbit starts, and they have fewer hard stops, you're going to get a higher MPG if you can move your fleet average from 15 to 17 and drive fewer miles. I think you can do the math in your head and realize the kind of the amount of fuel you're going to use is going to go way down. And so those three, fewer miles, better MPG, and wireless remote emissions testing, I think are the three biggest ways to increase your fuel efficiency and the flip side of that coin, reduce your emissions.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have Van Tiegel from Michelin America.